Hello, this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. This video is for German Auto repair shop in Virginia, and this is the driver's side unit. So we're going to replace the wires. This is the video before, and I'm going to add another one when wires are repaired. So basically here is the condition of the cables inside the throttle body on V12. As you can see, they're crumbling already, so they will go bad very soon to a complete short. So right now it's a great time to do this, because as you can see, you touch them and they completely disintegrate. Insulation flakes right off them. The motor cables are very important, because when these short out, you burn out your e-gas module, which is extremely expensive for the SL600 models. S600s are not cheap either, not cheap, but these are extremely expensive. So I'm gonna take care of all these wires, test the unit, and as you can see, it's like I'm touching the wires and everything flakes right off. There, that's the insulation. So obviously we'll take care of that. Secondary unit, the passenger side, was replaced at some point and it's pretty fresh, so I don't think I need to do anything with that yet, and I'm just gonna mail it back as it is. Alright, so I'm gonna add another video to this just to show you when the unit is repaired and cleaned up. So this is how it looks now. Well, it looks pretty good actually. I mean, it's not a bad looking unit. It's not terribly dirty, as you can see. It's pretty nice. So we'll take care of that. Alright, next video is coming up. Okay, so the throttle body is repaired, and this is just an additional video before I connect both units to the vehicle and test it on the car. So right now both units were energized for, I would say, well, about 16 hours non-stop, and this is, what is this, Fahrenheit? Okay, so as you can see, they're running at about 100 and change degrees. See, 105, 104. So they've been running for a while. See, this is the cold unit, 76 room temperature, and these are hotter. The readings come up okay, so we can look at the readings. Let me shut this down. Now also on the bench, because there are no other computers connected, throttles don't open fully, but on the vehicle, that's why I connected to the vehicle, you will see that they open all the way, because there are no other computers, just one e-gas module. So alright, let's look at the readings. So as you can see, readings change when I open throttles. These are primary, secondary. Okay, so as you can see, throttle plates 309, 309, they have to be equal. As you can see, exactly accurate readings on top values, 199, 199. These ones, these don't matter, because these are, if something is wrong with the bottom readings, limp mode will happen. But the plates have to be the readings of R2, see R2, those have to be exact, because that's the plate position, throttle plate position. So e-gas module holds throttle bodies open at exactly same angle, so that's very important to note. It takes a little bit for readings to come up to their senses, but as you can see, we're good here in this department. You can have slight change, that happens from time to time, but that's pretty nice to me. So see 454, 454. So I'm perfectly happy with the result. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to close up the cover, wipe this unit down a little bit. Secondary unit is good. There is no problems with it. It appears to be made in 2009, so I don't think it has many miles to it, so I leave it alone. But the primary one had wires that are bad. Alright, so next video is gonna be when I connect them to the vehicle and show you operation of throttles when they open all the way. Right, so this is the last part, and throttle bodies are connected to the vehicle now. As you can see, both of them plugged in. My throttle bodies are done the same exact way. As you can see, same loom. I have them for 3 years already on the vehicle. So we're going to put on the ignition to show that these open all the way. Right now, as you can see, ignition is off and throttle bodies are off. So let's put on the ignition. Now ignition is on, so we hear the hum. It's gonna do the learning. That's it. So next unit, same here. As you can see, nice and healthy hum. And a bug. Zika bastard, get out of here. Okay, so let's activate the throttles now. So we have one throttle here, primary. As you can see, I open this one. The other one also opens in sync. As you can see, when both throttles connected to the vehicle and all computers are connected, they both will open all the way, not like on my bench where they open only half. But again, for test purposes, to heat units up, bench test is sufficient. Final test, of course, is on the vehicle. Now right now the vehicle is in diagnostic mode, of course, because I can move the lever here and both throttles activate without shutting down. When vehicle is running, they will not. So when I open the lever, they will go into limp mode when the engine is running. So we must, you know, if you want to test these, obviously they will make some noises here and there. As you can see, you hear it like that's normal. This one sometimes makes squealing noise, the early style with the big bolts. That one makes like some sort of a scratching noise because of plastic gear, and this one has metal gear to it. So they're different units by nature. Now, last thing, what we're going to do is I'm going to start it, and I'm gonna run the car without throttles installed on the intake. Now, obviously, my idle is not being controlled, but as you can see, idle is high. But the purpose of this is I can blip the throttle to show you both units activate, so you can see that they don't shut down when the vehicle is running. As you can see, they open and close just fine when engine is running. So I have no issues with them. You can see no ASR light. Well, of course, idle is high because they're not controlling air intake to the intake manifold, because my throttle bodies that are on the vehicle obviously are disconnected. So, but this is, I'm gonna again, limp mode situation. Let's do limp mode. As you can see, when I left them energized, there's our ASR light. That means it's in limp mode, because when the engine is running, you cannot do this. You cannot have the throttle bodies activated with engine running. Gas pedal has a switch, so micro switch has to be engaged, and only then throttle bodies will open and close whenever needed. But again, as you can see, they do activate, they do work, and we're in good shape here. Okay, I'm not gonna run for too long because idle speed is completely out of alignment. So different units make different noises, so that's just a given. Alright, well, I guess we'll wrap this video up. And I did clean this unit a little bit. I checked potentiometer, very nice. I believe this unit is actually not 2009, it's 2003. The gear was manufactured in 2003, that's the only number I saw. The case was made in 2000, so it's basically a combination of parts that they put these together. The parts were laying around and they would just build them with whatever parts they have left. But we're pretty good here. Okay, so this is basically all. I'm gonna wrap it up and mail them out. The case is closed up, as you can see, all the bolts in place. Double checked everything before closing it. So right now units are basically ready to be mailed back to customer. Alright, this is Victor at restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching. Postscriptum to this video is going to be mass airflow sensor wiring, and basically from what I understand, the symptoms of the vehicle would be is the vehicle is not accelerating. So you got these mass airflow sensor wires. I did the sloppy job on my own, but obviously, see, this one is even open. But anyway, shoemaker is with no shoes as usual. But anyway, so the wires, these are the wires that go to mass airflow sensors, and those are the ones that go bad. They short out, the engine is not going to accelerate, it's going to smell lots of gas, and they have to be done. So you have to do these wires most likely. Mine failed, and I was doing the same exact thing what you described me on the phone. So as you can see, my wires are done. This is one loom right here, a new loom. And where's another one? Another one's got to be here, in here. I don't remember, I've done it a while back. Now here they two looms, new ones right here, 1 and 2, as you can see, two new looms for mass airflows, 1 and 2. They go into the computer box. I don't know if you can see them, but they loop around down under. These are my new made looms. They have to be soldered underneath computers. Unfortunately, it's kind of a job, but it has to be done. So those wires are probably at fault, or maybe mass airflow sensors at fault or whatnot, because I just showed you the video of both throttles working. So just connect mine back on. So that's why your car is probably not accelerating. Just check these wires. You can cut these looms open. Mine were completely disintegrated. So same way as throttle body wires go bad. See, there's a couple of grounds over here and some HID system. Alright, anyway, so these are the ones. Check these out. And if you need to replace them, you have to get from pin to pin on the computer. So one wire at a time, trace them out, and do not bother with old wires that are in the loom somewhere in here. You're gonna find them cracking around. Leave them be, just run new ones. So new looms, it's easier, so you don't have to fish them. Alright, so this is basically all. Victor at restoreyourmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.